Emily Parker has always been a determined young woman. Raised by a single mother in a small town, Emily learned early on the value of hard work and resilience. Her mother, a dedicated nurse, worked long hours to support the family and ensure Emily had access to a good education. Emily admired her mother and dreamed of becoming an engineer to provide a better life for them both. To get around, Emily drove an old, worn-out car, a gift from her mother when she got her first job. The car, an aging model with rust spots, was a symbol of sacrifice and effort. Every trip was an adventure, the engine purring and faded paint telling stories of years of use. At school, Emily excelled academically. She always sat in the front row, asked questions, and stood out in all subjects. She participated in various school clubs, including the science club, where she could explore her passion for engineering. Despite financial difficulties, Emily never let it deter her from pursuing her dreams. She worked part-time at a cafe to help with expenses and still found time to study and maintain high grades. Emily's evenings were spent with books and projects, leaving little time for fun. While her classmates went out to parties and social events, Emily stayed home, planning her future. She knew that every minute of study brought her closer to her goal of entering a good university and becoming an engineer. One morning, Emily arrived at school a bit later than usual. She parked her car at the back of the lot, trying to avoid curious glances. However, as soon as she stepped out of the car, she heard giggles. Jessica Mitchell, one of the school's most popular and wealthy students, was standing there with her friends, all looking at Emily with disdain. Jessica was known for her beauty and wealth. Always dressed in the latest fashion trends and driving a sports car, she made sure to flaunt her status. To her, appearance was everything, and anyone who didn't fit her standards of perfection was subject to her ridicule. "Look who showed up in her junk heap," exclaimed Jessica, eliciting laughter from her friends. "Emily, how do you even have the nerve to drive that thing? It looks like it came straight out of a junkyard." Emily tried to ignore the comments, but Jessica persisted. "No wonder you have no friends. Nobody wants to be seen near you in that horrible car." Jessica's words were like daggers to Emily's heart. She knew her car was old, but she never imagined it would be the target of such cruelty. With a face flushed with shame and tears in her eyes, Emily quickly walked into the school, trying to escape the laughter and disdainful looks. Inside the classroom, Emily tried to focus on her studies, but Jessica's words echoed in her mind. She wondered why people had to be so cruel. The old car was all she and her mother could afford, and Emily had always been grateful for it. But in that moment, she felt small and humiliated. Devastated, Emily found a quiet spot on campus to hide. She sat under a tree, her face buried in her hands, when Lucas Anderson, a longtime friend, approached. "Emily, are you okay?" he asked, concern evident in his voice. Lucas had known Emily since childhood. They grew up in the same neighborhood and attended the same school since kindergarten. Lucas always admired Emily's determination and kindness. He knew how much she struggled to keep everything together, despite the challenges she faced. Emily looked up, her eyes still watery. "I'm so tired of this, Lucas. Of being humiliated for things I can't control. I know my car is old, but it's all we have." Lucas sat down beside her, placing a comforting hand on her shoulder. "Emily, you don't need to be ashamed of your car. It's a symbol of everything you and your mom have gone through and achieved. And anyone who can't see that doesn't deserve your attention." Emily smiled slightly, appreciating Lucas's support. "Thank you, Lucas. Sometimes it's hard to remember that when I'm surrounded by people like Jessica." Lucas shook his head. "Jessica and her friends are shallow. They judge people by appearances, but you're so much more than that. You're smart, kind, and determined. Those are the things that really matter." Emily felt a little better, but she knew she still had a long way to go. "I just wish things were different." Lucas sighed. "I understand, but you have to remember that you're doing the best you can. And I'm sure one day all these hardships will be worth it." Emily smiled again, this time with more confidence. "You're right, Lucas. I just need to keep pushing forward." Lucas smiled back. "And I'll be here to support you. Always." With Lucas's support, Emily felt stronger to face the rest of the day. She knew she would still encounter many challenges, but with true friends by her side, she could overcome any obstacle. Want to find out how Emily will overcome this situation and show everyone that her worth goes beyond appearances? Stay tuned for the next chapters of this emotional story. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any episodes of this journey of resilience and self-confidence. After the incident with Jessica, Emily decided to focus even more on her studies. She knew that education was her passport to a better future. Each day at school was an opportunity to excel, and Emily didn't let any chance to learn something new slip by. She got involved in various science and engineering projects, participating in regional and national competitions. Her dedication and hard work soon caught the attention of Professor Collins, her mentor and physics teacher. Professor Collins always saw potential in Emily. He knew that despite financial difficulties, Emily had a natural talent for engineering. He began dedicating more time to mentoring her, offering extra tutoring and helping her prepare for academic competitions. "Emily, you have a bright future ahead of you," he said during a study session. "Don't let others' opinions dim your light." With Professor Collins' support, Emily gained confidence and began to see her challenges in a new light. She was no longer just surviving, she was thriving. Her grades were top of the class, and she became an example for other students facing similar challenges. Academic recognition brought Emily several scholarships and internship opportunities, bringing her closer to her dream of becoming an engineer. While Emily flourished academically, Jessica watched with growing resentment. Accustomed to being the center of attention, Jessica couldn't understand how a girl who drove an old car and lived under modest conditions could be receiving so much recognition. Jessica's envy grew with each award Emily received, and she decided she needed to do something about it. Jessica began spreading malicious rumors about Emily, trying to undermine her reputation. "You know Emily only gets those grades because Professor Collins favors her, right?" she would say to her friends, trying to sow doubt about Emily's merit. Jessica's words were poisonous, but Emily, focused on her goals, didn't let it affect her. Jessica also tried to sabotage Emily's projects. On one occasion, during a science fair, she tampered with Emily's equipment while no one was looking, hoping to ruin her presentation. However, Emily, always prepared and attentive to details, managed to fix the problem before the presentation. Her resilience and ability to problem-solve under pressure impressed the judges even more, earning her first place in the competition. As the rivalry between Emily and Jessica intensified, an unexpected event changed everything. The school announced a new engineering competition where students were to form teams to develop an innovative project. The prize? A full scholarship to the university of the winning team's choice. Emily knew this was the opportunity she needed to secure her academic and financial future. Professor Collins suggested that Emily lead a team, trusting in her ability and leadership. Emily, excited, began recruiting members for her team. She chose Lucas as her right-hand man, knowing she could rely on his loyalty and technical skills. Together, they invited other talented students who shared the same passion for engineering. Jessica, seeing the competition as a chance to finally outshine Emily, also formed her team. Determined to win at any cost, she began working tirelessly on her project. However, her motivation wasn't fueled by a passion for engineering, but rather by the desire to defeat Emily and prove her superiority. As the teams worked on their projects, tension mounted. Emily and her team dedicated hours after school, often working late into the night. They chose to develop a prototype of a sustainable vehicle, something that reflected Emily's passion for finding real-world solutions. Each team member brought their unique skills, forming a cohesive and efficient group. Jessica, on the other hand, struggled to keep her team together. Her authoritarian leadership style and lack of genuine passion for the project began causing friction. Several members of Jessica's team resented her attitude and questioned if it was worth continuing. Finally, the day of the presentation arrived. The team set up their booths and prepared their demonstrations. Emily and her team were nervous but confident. They knew they had given their best and were proud of their work. Jessica, on the other hand, was anxious and insecure. Her efforts to sabotage Emily and spread rumors hadn't yielded the results she hoped for. And now, everything depended on her project presentation. During the presentations, the judges were impressed by the innovation and teamwork demonstrated by Emily and her teammates. The sustainable vehicle prototype worked flawlessly, showcasing the feasibility of their ideas and potential for future improvements. Professor Collins, watching with pride, knew Emily had a bright future ahead. When it was Jessica's team's turn, things didn't go as smoothly. Technical issues arose during the demonstration, and the lack of cohesion in the team became apparent. Jessica tried to maintain composure, but frustration was evident on her face. The judges, recognizing the difference between the two teams, made their decision. Emily and her team were declared the winners of the competition. The auditorium erupted in applause, and Emily, emotional, stepped onto the stage to accept the prize. She thanked the judges, Professor Collins, and most importantly, her team, who had worked tirelessly to achieve that moment. Jessica, watching from the audience, felt a mix of envy and admiration. She finally realized that true victory wasn't in sabotaging others, but in working hard and being genuine. For the first time, she began to reflect on her own actions and what truly mattered to her. Want to find out how this victory will impact Emily's life, and if Jessica has truly learned a lesson? Stay tuned for the next chapters of this emotional story. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any episodes of this journey of resilience and self-confidence. With her victory in the competition, Emily secured a full scholarship to the university of her choice. She chose the Massachusetts Institute of Engineering, one of the most prestigious institutions in the country. However, with this achievement came new challenges. The transition to university life wasn't easy. Emily left behind her hometown, her mother, and friends like Lucas. Now, she was in a completely new environment, surrounded by students from all over the country, many of whom came from wealthy families and elite schools. While excited about the opportunities, she also felt the weight of responsibility and pressure to excel. Emily quickly immersed herself in campus activities. She joined engineering clubs, participated in research projects, and began networking with professors and peers. Her schedule was more intense than ever, but she was determined to make every moment count. However, the academic workload and competitive environment began to take a toll on her. On a particularly stressful night, Emily was in the lab working on a project when her phone rang. It was Lucas, wanting to know how she was adjusting. "Hey, Emily, how are things at university?" he asked cheerfully. "It's challenging, Lucas." "Much more than I expected," Emily replied, trying to keep her voice steady. "There's so much pressure to stand out. Sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough." Lucas, always unwavering in his support, responded, "You are more than capable, Emily. Remember everything you've already accomplished. You deserve to be there as much as anyone else." Lucas's words comforted Emily. She knew he was right, but doubts still lingered. She needed to find a way to balance expectations and her own mental health. As Emily struggled to adjust to university life, an unexpected encounter brought her back to the past. One morning, walking into an advanced engineering class, she saw a familiar face. Jessica Mitchell was there, sitting in the front row. Emily was surprised, not expecting to see her former rival at the same university. Jessica also noticed Emily, but this time, there was no disdain in her gaze. Instead, it seemed a mix of surprise and perhaps regret. After class, Jessica approached Emily. "Emily, hi. I didn't expect to see you here," Jessica said, trying to smile. Emily, still a bit wary, replied, "Hi, Jessica. I didn't expect to see you either." Jessica took a deep breath, seeming nervous. I wanted to apologize for what happened in high school. I was horrible to you, and I realize that now. It was immature and unnecessary." Emily was surprised by Jessica's sincerity. "Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate your words. It was a tough time for me, but I've moved past it." Jessica continued, her tone more calm. "I've learned a lot since then too. Here at university, everything is different. It doesn't matter where you come from or how much money you have. What matters is your effort and your ideas. I had to learn that the hard way." The two talked for a few more minutes, and Emily realized that Jessica had truly changed. This unexpected encounter brought a sense of closure for Emily. She saw that people can change, and that forgiveness is an important part of growth. Over the months, Emily and Jessica began to cross paths more often, both in classes and extracurricular activities. Both were involved in a research project on renewable energies, and eventually, they were assigned to work together. Initially hesitant, Emily soon realized that Jessica was genuinely committed to collaborating and contributing. Working together revealed how much both had grown. Emily discovered that Jessica was much more than the wealthy, snobbish girl she knew in high school. Jessica, in turn, saw Emily's dedication and passion up close, gaining a better understanding of the challenges she had faced and overcome. One day, while working late in the lab, Jessica shared a confession. "You know, Emily, I've always envied you. Even with all my advantages, I never had the same determination as you. You inspired me to want to be better." Emily was touched by Jessica's words. "I never knew that. I always thought you looked down on me." "I was lost," Jessica admitted. "I thought wealth and popularity were everything, but I've learned that doesn't define who you are. You helped me see that, even if indirectly." Their partnership flourished, and together, they developed an innovative project that caught the attention of several professors and industry professionals. They presented their work at conferences and were recognized for their significant contributions to the field of renewable energies. With mutual support and collaboration, Emily and Jessica realized they could achieve much more together than apart. They learned to value each other's skills and perspectives, forming an unexpected yet strong friendship. Want to know how this new friendship and collaboration will impact Emily and Jessica's future? Don't miss the next chapters of this inspiring story. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any episodes of this journey of overcoming challenges and self-confidence. The partnership between Emily and Jessica not only transformed the dynamics of their personal lives, but also made a significant impact on the academic community and beyond. The renewable energy project they were working on began to gain attention not only within the university but also in broader circles. They developed a prototype of a more efficient and affordable solar energy system, something that could benefit communities with fewer resources. They spent countless hours in the lab, refining every detail of the prototype. They divided tasks according to their skills. Emily focused on technical development and engineering of the system, while Jessica, with her communication and marketing skills, took care of presentation and investor outreach. Their collaboration was harmonious, with mutual trust allowing a steady flow of ideas. Professor Collins, proud of his students, encouraged them to submit the project to a prestigious national competition in technological innovation. "Both of you have done an incredible job," he said, smiling. "I'm sure you'll impress the judges." The day of the competition finally arrived, and Emily and Jessica were ready to present their project. The competition was a grand event, with participants from universities across the country. The atmosphere was charged with nervousness and excitement, and both knew this was a crucial opportunity to prove the value of their work. They set up their booth carefully, displaying the prototype and all detailed information about its operation and benefits. When their turn came to present, Emily began explaining the technical aspects of the system, while Jessica complimented with the project's social and economic impact. The judges, composed of renowned engineers and industry leaders, posed several challenging questions. Emily answered each one confidently, demonstrating deep technical knowledge. Jessica, in turn, spoke about the broader vision of the project and how it could change lives. The presentation was a success, and both felt a wave of relief and accomplishment when it concluded. While awaiting the results, Emily and Jessica reflected on how much they had grown and learned together. "Regardless of the outcome, I'm proud of us," Emily said, smiling at Jessica. "Me too, Emily. I never imagined we'd work so well together, but I'm glad we've overcome our differences," Jessica replied. Finally, the results were announced. Emily and Jessica's project was awarded first place, receiving enthusiastic applause from the audience. They stepped onto the stage to receive the trophy and a generous check, which would be used to further develop the project. With the competition victory, Emily and Jessica received a flood of opportunities. Universities, tech companies, and investors expressed interest in supporting their project. They were invited to speak at conferences, participate in panels, and collaborate on new research projects. The recognition they received was not just a validation of their hard work, but also proof that collaboration and overcoming differences can lead to extraordinary results. Emily and Jessica decided to found a startup focused on sustainable technologies, aiming to make renewable energy more accessible for underserved communities. The startup, named EcoVision, began to grow rapidly. Emily took on the role of Chief Technical Officer, while Jessica became the Chief Operations Officer. They hired a talented team of engineers, designers, and sustainability experts, all committed to the mission of creating a greener and more equitable future. Beyond their professional success, the friendship between Emily and Jessica flourished. They became confidants and supported each other in all aspects of life. Jessica, who once cared so much about others' opinions, learned to value authenticity and genuine effort. Emily, in turn, found in Jessica an unexpected ally who helped expand her own perspectives. Meanwhile, at the university, Professor Collins continued to support his students. He was proud to have been a part of their journey and continued to mentor new students, inspiring them with the story of Emily and Jessica. Always remember, he would say, that true innovation comes from collaboration and mutual respect. Want to find out how the EcoVision startup will impact the world and what challenges Emily and Jessica will face in the future? Stay tuned for the next chapters of this emotional story. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any episodes of this journey of resilience and innovation. With the startup EcoVision gaining traction, Emily and Jessica began to see the real impact of their work. They were securing contracts with various communities and small towns that wanted to adopt sustainable energy solutions. The initial project, which started as a simple prototype, was now being implemented on a large scale, bringing tangible benefits to many people. Emily, as the Chief Technical Officer, was always at the forefront of developing new products and solutions. She led a team of talented engineers who shared her passion for sustainability. Together, they worked tirelessly to improve the efficiency of solar systems and create new energy storage technologies. The work was demanding, but seeing the positive impact on underserved communities made it all worthwhile. On the other hand, Jessica used her communication and networking skills to attract new investors and partners. She became a frequent presence at technology conferences and events, where she presented EcoVision's mission and the results they had already achieved. Her ability to connect with people and convey the importance of their work was crucial for the company's expansion. At one of these conferences, Jessica met Marissa Thompson, an influential entrepreneur in the renewable energy sector. Marissa was impressed with Jessica's passion and vision and decided to invest a significant amount in EcoVision. This investment allowed the company to expand its operations to other states and begin exploring international markets. However, the rapid growth of EcoVision brought new challenges. Managing an expanding company required more than just passion and hard work. Emily and Jessica faced difficulties in coordinating a growing team, managing logistics for new projects, and maintaining product quality. Additionally, competitors began to emerge in the market, attempting to replicate their business model. One of the biggest challenges came when one of EcoVision's key suppliers faced financial issues and couldn't deliver the necessary components for the solar systems. This caused project delays and left several communities without power, which was a harsh blow for Emily and her team. "We have to find a solution quickly," Emily said during an emergency meeting. "We can't leave these communities in the dark." Jessica, always the strategist, suggested finding alternative suppliers and renegotiating contracts to ensure this wouldn't happen again. "We also need to strengthen our partnerships and diversify our supply chain," she added. With much effort and teamwork, EcoVision managed to overcome this crisis. Emily and Jessica realized the importance of being prepared for unforeseen circumstances and began implementing more robust risk management systems. They also invested in training for their team, ensuring everyone was aligned with the company's mission and prepared to face challenges. Over time, EcoVision not only regained its position but also strengthened it. The company continued to grow, expanding its operations to other countries and positively impacting the lives of thousands of people. Emily and Jessica were recognized as leaders in the renewable energy sector, receiving awards and honors for their contributions. The partnership between Emily and Jessica became an inspiring example of how collaboration and mutual respect can transform lives and create significant innovations. They participated in mentoring programs, helping other young entrepreneurs overcome obstacles and pursue their dreams. Additionally, EcoVision began investing in educational programs, bringing knowledge about sustainability and renewable energies to schools and underserved communities. Emily, now a respected figure in the field of engineering, continued to inspire everyone around her with her dedication and work ethic. She never forgot her roots and how much her mother sacrificed to give her opportunities. Everything we do here at EcoVision is to ensure that other people have the same chances I had, Emily said in her speeches. Jessica, on the other hand, became a tireless advocate for sustainability and social innovation. She used her platform to promote policies supporting renewable energies and encouraging investments in green technologies. Her transformation from a superficial young woman to a visionary leader was widely recognized and admired. At a special gala event where they both received the Entrepreneurs of the Year award, Jessica gave an emotional speech. This journey wasn't easy, but every challenge has made us stronger. I thank Emily for always believing in our mission and for being the best partner I could ask for. Together, we've shown that with determination and collaboration, we can make a difference in the world. Emily, upon receiving her award, also made sure to acknowledge everyone who supported EcoVision. This award is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together toward a common goal. I want to thank my mother, Professor Collins, all members of our team, and of course, Jessica. We're just getting started, and there's so much more we want to accomplish. Did you enjoy Emily and Jessica's journey? Then don't miss our other inspiring and heartwarming videos. We have many incredible stories to share that will inspire you to believe in yourself and make a difference in the world. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any episodes. Until next time.